Time now for your local news week in review. The Crow Wing County Commissioners voted this week Tuesday unanimously to end their partnership with Central Minnesota Community Corrections, ending their probation services with Morrison and Aitkin County. Crow Wing County instead will go it alone, administering probation through Crow Wing County Community Services. The Brainerd School Board Monday started the procedure to find their next permanent superintendent. The Brainerd School Board said they will post the job listing with the hopes of having interviews conducted and a decision by early March so that a permanent superintendent can be officially in place by July 1st next year. Interim Superintendent Bob Gross took over this past July after Clint Willard stepped down to become the superintendent in Brookings, South Dakota. A 23-year-old Pine River woman was critically injured Sunday afternoon around 1 o'clock on Highway 371 near Fort Ripley, but upgraded to serious condition later in the week. Brianna Rodriguez was driving on 371 when her vehicle rolled into a ditch at Meadow Lane, causing her to be ejected from the vehicle. Rodriguez was airlifted to North Memorial in Robbinsdale and listed in critical condition first after the incident, but upgraded to serious condition a couple days later. Her passenger, 24-year-old Derek McGinnis of Little Falls, was not injured. Rodriguez apparently was not wearing a seatbelt, while McGinnis was. A 79-year-old from Onamia was killed a week ago yesterday afternoon in Mille Lacs County. Vernon Hartlieb was heading south on Highway 169 when he left the road and struck some trees around 4 p.m. that day. Hartlieb was pronounced dead when authorities arrived. A one-vehicle rollover accident on Quest Road on the west side of Sullivan Lake in Pulaski Township of Morrison County occurred shortly after 11 o'clock Tuesday night. According to the Morrison County Sheriff's Office, the driver, 25-year-old Jeffrey Knapp of Dickinson, was heading north on Quest Road when he lost control of his vehicle, which eventually left the roadway and rolled. The North Dakota man Knapp was ejected from his vehicle and later airlifted to North Memorial Hospital in Robbinsdale with serious injuries. A fire in a swampy area on 195th Avenue between 183rd and 193rd Street of Little Falls is being investigated as having been started under suspicious circumstances. It was around 7:45 Tuesday night. 22 firefighters worked for 6 hours to put out the flames on what was estimated to be about 80 to 100 acres. The DNR assisted in fighting the fire, with the Morrison County Sheriff's Department investigating the incident. Brainerd police are asking for information on weekend vandalism last weekend at Stuart Mills Field and Park. The park manager said he saw damage Monday morning to the press box, which was busted into. The window screens were cut, windows broken, a ticket booth smashed in, and shed windows were broken at the field. Also, a sign secured by 12 rivets near the main gate was ripped off. It appears nothing was stolen from the incident, just a lot of damage. The police department stated, unfortunately, the field and park do not have security cameras. Any information leading to those responsible for this vandalism is encouraged to contact the Brainerd Police. The Wadena Police Department is seeking the public's help in looking for a person of interest in the vandalism that took place last week. Police have released a photo taken during the night of November 3rd through the early morning of November 4th, where residences in southwest Wadena had an extreme amount of vandalism, including tires slashed and windows shot out. If anyone has any information on the case or knows who the person is in the photograph, they can call the Wadena Police Department or send a private message on the police department's Facebook page. That's where you can see that photo on the Wadena Police Department's Facebook page. On Friday, the Benton County Sheriff's Office arrested 39-year-old Leonard Berg of Sauk Rapids for felony theft 8 days ago. On October 23rd, the Benton County Sheriff's Office received a theft report from Warner Racing in St. Cloud. Investigating deputies found that sometime overnight, several items were stolen from a trailer parked outside the business. Video surveillance at the business captured images of the suspect, believed to be Berg, in the theft. During a search warrant at his residence, investigators located several items of property believed to have been stolen from Warner Racing and a generator that had been stolen from the St. Cloud Salvation Army. Berg was arrested for felony theft and brought to the Benton County Jail. The Wadena City Council voted this week Tuesday to avoid any form of lawsuits on their nativity scene at the Wadena Park to sell the nativity to the Wadena Ministerial Association for $25 so it can be displayed instead on private property. This came about from a Wisconsin-based organization, Freedom from Religion Foundation, after a resident questioned church and state separation to the organization about the nativity in Wadena Park. The city attorney felt the best interest was to sell the display to a religious group, then have them decide where they want to put it on private property so the city of Wadena would not be held liable. A packed council chambers expressed their views on the display, with pretty much all saying to keep it where it is. The city said their votes were with very heavy hearts to sell the display. The Wadena Ministerial Association met on Thursday to discuss the sale and decide the best place to put up the display. Brainerd authorities say a 22-year-old Deerwood man faces a long list of charges from a pursuit in Brainerd Tuesday night. Jesse Johnson was booked Wednesday after being released from a hospital with minor injuries. Johnson fled police Tuesday and later would crash into two squad cars, one head-on, before his vehicle stopped and he was apprehended. Johnson is charged with second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon, fourth-degree assault, felony first-degree property damage, driving while intoxicated, driving the wrong way on a one-way street, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving after revocation. Johnson was the only one injured in the pursuit, which was caught on many phone cameras Tuesday night shortly after 9. A St. Cloud man was sentenced a week ago yesterday to 45 days in jail after previously pleading guilty to attempting to pay a 16-year-old prostitute for sex. A police officer acting as the prostitute was involved in an undercover sting by the Central Minnesota Violent Offender Task Force that started with an ad on the website backpages.com. 58-year-old Lynn Clubb responded to the ad and was arrested in June at a St. Cloud area motel. Clubb pleaded guilty in September to a felony count of attempting to hire a prostitute between the ages of 16 to 17. His arrest is one of dozens made by the task force during undercover operations in the St. Cloud area. Most involved men trying to hire adult prostitutes. Attempting to hire a prostitute younger than 18 is a felony. That completes this week's Local News Week in Review. Thanks for listening.